The lack of rain will affect the pumpkin size this year, but farmers tell us they don't see any problems so far. News 13's Brittany Michaels joins us now at the news desk with more. Brittany.
George, both of the vendors that I visited today had lots of pumpkins that look like jack-o'-lantern material. The lack of rain, however, may result in some smaller pumpkins as we get closer to Halloween.
This is our first batch that we got in this year, and they're looking about really the same as last year.
The first batch of pumpkins has been growing long enough that the recent dryness wasn't able to affect their size. That's good news because management at Country Junction in Towamencing Township says that they anticipate a big demand starting with their Great Pumpkin Patch event, which is held every weekend for the upcoming month.
I would assume that we'd be selling between 500 to 800 pumpkins on a given weekend, maybe even more.
But the best time to make your jack-o'-lanterns with Country Junction pumpkins is soon.
They will range maybe a little bit smaller than this as they get picked out.
Country Junction brings their pumpkins in from Zernak Farms and sells whatever pumpkins they're given. Heckman Orchards in Effort grows their own pumpkins, and their first harvest is going to make for some picturesque front porches. However, pumpkins are one of their only crops that doesn't get watered by an irrigation system.
But all the other things here are grown on plastic with trickle irrigation underneath.
Heckman is confident that the downsizing of pumpkins in their next harvest will be minimal. But one thing is for certain, there is no problem with the amount of pumpkins growing in their patches.
We have about 12 acres of face pumpkins out, so we have a lot to go through.
Rain this past weekend and even earlier today will most likely guarantee that the final weekends of pumpkin picking will be unaffected. Heckman is grateful for warmer than usual autumn weather, and he tells us that this will allow crops to grow later into the season.
We have no frost yet, so the pumpkins are still growing that are on the vine.
We know that the pumpkins look great right now, so if you don't want to take your chances, get out this weekend to choose your pumpkin. George.
It's a great idea. Thanks, Brittany. Well, it's day one.
A Monroe County man shot in his home this afternoon is expected to survive. This is the Night Report. I'm Ashley Dyer. A home invasion turned violent this afternoon.